So guys, first we have Arrow fighting the Flash. Now this week we have Arrow fighting the Atom. Oliver doesn't get along with a lot of superheroes. Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about Arrow Season 3, Episode 17, Suicidal Tendencies. And why is it called Suicidal Tendencies? Because we get the Suicide Squad. The return of the Suicide Squad is in this episode, which is pretty damn cool. So right now I'm going to go into the things that I liked, didn't like, all that stuff, in no specific order as usual, just like whatever comes to the top of my head first, second, third, and fourth. So let's get through this. So the episode begins with Diggle and Lila's wedding. Diggle and Lila are getting married, and Oliver is there, and so is Ray and Felicity. Everybody's there. Everyone is having a good time until, Diggle, Laurel, Oliver, Roy, whoever, anyone that was part of Team Arrow is getting these messages on their phones saying that the Arrow is killing people. And he's returning to killing, and everyone doesn't know what to make out of all this. This is, everyone's confused because Oliver's right there at the wedding, and he hasn't been killing for like almost 2 years. So how is this happening? Obviously, we know from the last episode that Ra's al Ghul is starting to set things up in motion to try to get Oliver back for not accepting his proposal. And it looks like he can still have the proposal because Maceo came to Oliver later and told him, look, this is just his way of forcing your hand. You can still, decide to take his proposal, and maybe he'll make this all go away. I don't know how you make it all go away once you just start getting the ball rolling on getting this guy framed, but okay. Diggle is not going on this little mission because he's going on his honeymoon with Lila. That's right. Oliver sends him on a honeymoon, and, they think they're going to have a good time, a normal vacation. No, because that's where the suicides comes in. Amanda Waller recruits Diggle and sends them on a mission to rescue a U.S. Senator who we find out is, actually running the whole thing. He's actually a U.S. Senator that's faking this whole terrorist attack so he can look good and made look like he's the hero, and so he can become president one day. And I thought that storyline was really cool. I'm going to tell you about. I really like the Suicide Squad in this episode. I liked them the last time we saw them in Season 2 as well. But the last time Diggle went on a little side quest, I think it was Corto Maltese, which was like the third episode of this season. I kind of didn't like that episode. I was kind of disappointed by it, but this episode was much better. I liked the mission that he went on with Deadshot and Cupid as well, and I thought Cupid was going to annoy the hell out of me, but I'm glad she didn't. She was actually a little bit more enjoyable in this one, probably because she wasn't obsessing over Arrow. She was actually obsessing over Deadshot this time. She's kind of like let go of Oliver now and obsessing over this new guy. And that was another thing that was really cool about the episode. We got to get flashbacks on Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot. And it looks like, man, they killed him off, right? Like the flashbacks seem to be his origin story, how he became Deadshot and how he was hired to assassinate Diggle's brother. So we got all of that in the flashback, which was really cool to see. From my understanding, the reason why they killed him, I don't know if this is 100% true, so take this with a grain of salt. I heard they killed him off because Deadshot is going to be used in the Suicide Squad movie in 2016, played by Will Smith. So if that's the case, I'm kind of sad because I think Warner Brothers should just let multiple versions of these characters, maybe not too many multiple versions, but let a few, two versions of these characters go at it at the same time. I don't think they need to, the audience isn't stupid. They know that Arrow is a separate thing from the movies. So, I don't know. I think they shouldn't have killed him off. But I think they did it in a way where they could find a way to bring him back. Like maybe he got off the roof. We just never saw it. We'll see. We'll see if season 3 he ever returns, or even season 4 somewhere down the line. We are on season 3. Season 4 or 5 or how many seasons this show continues. Who knows? Anything is possible. So I really enjoyed the Adam and, Adam or Ray Palmer, played by Brendan Routh, who's awesome in this series. To me, Superman Returns is an underrated film, and I'm glad Brendan Routh is getting a second chance at playing a superhero, because to me, this is it's fun seeing him play this role. He's kind of like a Tony Stark kind of character, which is, it's very Iron Man-ish, I'm not gonna lie. And it's funny because I thought the Atom's power was supposed to shrink, and so far that's the only power that he doesn't have so far in this show. He has like all of these mechanical powers. Well, they're not really powers, I guess, then, right? So it kind of keeps Arrow still grounded in that realism, I guess, in some sense. But it's cool to see Arrow embracing more of its comic book side. I like that. But still keeping it grounded at the same time. Even though I think it would still be cool if we got more superpowers in Arrow. It wouldn't be bad. I'd like to still see Oliver handle a superpowered being. I think that would be cool. But seeing him go head-to-head with the Atom, that was pretty cool. Except it was too short for me and too simple. I felt the fight ended too easy. I liked everything that was going on throughout the episode, with Ray investigating who the Arrow is and all that, and talking to Felicity, telling her, oh, you lied to me, I liked all that stuff. And even when he was talking to Laurel in the police station, I thought that was all cool. I just felt what it was leading up to, the final confrontation between Arrow and Atom, I felt it was a little weak, especially compared to the Flash versus Arrow fight earlier on. I felt, compared to that, maybe it has something to do with Arrow's budget not being as high as the Flash's, because the producers have admitted that Arrow's budget isn't as high as Flash's. Flash's budget needs to be higher because of the special effects. So maybe that's why we didn't get a bigger battle in this one. But yeah, that was kind of the only thing I was disappointed with, because other than that, this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. And all around, I enjoyed the Suicide Squad mission, and I enjoyed the Atom or Ray Palmer, searching who Oliver is and trying to find evidence and all that against him. And finally, Oliver admitting. I even liked the Oliver and Felicity scenes, I thought they were going to be a little annoying. Laurel was great, maybe because she wasn't really the main focus of this episode, but I really liked how she was handled in this episode. So yeah, everything was great until that last battle, which the whole episode was practically leading up to. And I can't wait for next week, because that ending there looked insane. Like, we got Ray, Felicity, and Laurel all defending the Arrow. Only Captain Lance is against him. And then an Arrow comes into the room and shoots the poor mayor. I think it was the mayor. So, wow, what a way to end off. And we see now Maceo is in the Arrow suit. And, like, why is he doing this? Who knows? But these are questions that we have right now that need answering. And next week is going to be awesome. For sure, Oliver's going to be on the run. So, can't wait for next week. I'm giving this, I don't think I said my rating yet, so I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I wanted to give it a 9, but because of the final battle at the end, I'm going to have to give it an 8.5. It was a really strong episode, much better than last week, which was more of a build-up to all of this. And yeah, great episode. Can't wait. Okay, guys, so take care.